Hello, purpose-driven career leaders. Kori Burkholder, founder of the Purpose-Driven Career Group. And today I wanted to hop on here because I've just written a blog and it's based on what I'm finding clients are needing right now. A lot of my clients are through the exploration process and they're gearing more towards the more tactical pieces of a job search. And so I've written a blog about how to turn duties into accomplishments to Dazzle hiring managers. And so when I work with, clients and they send me their resume, a lot of times I'm seeing a lot of job duties rather than accomplishments. And so when you're, trying to get a job, we really want to dazzle the hiring manager, right? We don't want to show them a list of duties, but what you've really accomplished by using your skills so that they can kind of see what you are going to bring to the table if you start working for their company. So, a lot of the resumes are reading more like job descriptions. So we don't want to do that. And so I have 3 methods to really start brainstorming how to turn your duties into accomplishments. So the first one is through reflection and asking yourself some reflection questions and really kind of digging, into previous things that you've done at work, whether those are projects or, things that you've worked on with your team. So I'm gonna share some reflection questions that you can start really thinking about turning the duty into an accomplishment. And then also thinking how many, how much, and how long. This is another method that I'll go into in a little bit. And then also, of course, we have the STAR method, and we'll go into that one as well. So the first one is reflection questions, and this is one of the ingredients of really having a fulfilling career is to be leading with your favorite skills. So we all have skills. We want to identify the skills that we have and the skills that we love to use. And then how do you use those skills to get results? So get your resume out, and I want you to start looking at each of the bullet points and start to identify the ones that are just duties without any accomplishments, without any like numbers or percentages or how you affected the bottom line. So a duty could be produce a portfolio of published articles or scheduled social media posts. So those are just more about a duty or what you do rather than how you affected the bottom line. So start asking yourself a question around one of your duties, like, how did I reduce the time for others by implementing new processes or systems? And what skill did I use to accomplish that? Or you could ask yourself, how did my new processes and procedures improve things? Have I won any awards? Have I been recognized by my team members or my boss, higher ups? How have I saved time, money, or how have I made money? So that's the big one, right? What problems do I solve? So really thinking about how you've affected the bottom line through these questions. And of course, this is going to be in the blog, and I'm going to post the link in the blog. So really here, looking for the impact that you've made. Are you starting to see any numbers and how you can quantify, like cost savings, revenue growth, client retention, things like that? The next method is the how much, how many, or how long. So here we're really going to start quantifying the bullet points on your resume so that you can dazzle the hiring manager, and you're really going to look at yourself and say, wow, I really have achieved a lot, and I really can put numbers to my accomplishments. So here we want to start looking at how many. So how many people do you manage, right? How much of a budget do you work with? How many clients have you acquired? Or how many articles have I written? So really thinking about how many or how much, right? And then when you've kind of gotten that list, we want to look at time frames. So you want to start looking at your calendar, like using the calendar as a guide. So how quickly have you helped your team accomplish a goal? Is it daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or yearly? So say daily, I drafted and published 3 articles per day. So you could turn that into weekly, right? So I drafted 15 articles per week. Or if you're looking at monthly, 100 articles per month, generating X amount of leads, resulting in X revenue over a 3-month period of time. So here we're just taking it one step further, and you're really starting to see the quantifiable results here. So this is that method. And the last method that I really like is the STAR method. And really STAR, what it stands for is situation, task, action, and result. So here we're really looking at the before, the during, and the after. So this is really a great one for your resume. It's also a great way to get ready for interviews. So it really helps you start framing your skills and accomplishments in this way. So here you can take one of your bullet points on your resume and think of a time and a skill, right, that you successfully used it. So the situation is really the before. So in my example in the blog is, our customer service team's onboarding process was a manual and time consuming. They were getting behind. So our business was in the subscription business. So we started to see a lot of people unsubscribing because we couldn't handle all of the influx of new clients. So the task or the duty, the goal was to find an automated customer onboarding solution. So the action that I took, I had to do a lot of research to find, because there were a lot of different companies out there that did this. So I researched, I talked to people, and I found the best one based on our company needs and based on our budget that was allotted for it. I presented it to the C-suite team, and I got the green light to move forward with it. So I was working with the software account manager, I was working with the technical lead and our developers to implement it. And so the result, right, after the implementation and the training of our customer service team to use the software, they found that they could handle 25% more customers, which reduced the churn of 60% within the first month. As a result, we saved the company $23,000. So that's kind of how I use the STAR method to frame that accomplishment. And as a result, I was able to take the action and the results to make a bullet point for my resume. Again, this is in the blog, so you can kind of see it written out. One of the bullet points, for instance, was research, presented and implemented a new customer onboarding software system, resulting in a 25% quicker onboarding process. So I love this one. This is a great way to brainstorm. And this also just shows you could use this story in an interview, for instance, when I want to talk about my communication skills or persuasion or leadership or training, depending on what's most relevant for the job. So you've got 7 seconds to really make an impression when you send that resume into a hiring manager or a recruiter, and they're just seeing a list of duties. You're not going to be standing out against your competition. So they scan it, 7 seconds. If they don't see it, it's going to end up in the no pile. So this is really important to really get the hiring manager's attention, because they want to see how you affect the bottom line. Numbers impress hiring managers, and they want to see how you use your skills to get results. So I really encourage you to get into a habit of doing this every month. So putting a note in your calendar, at the end of every month, to review your accomplishments, and so that you're going to have a running list, so that when opportunities come up for raises or promotions, or you want to move to another team, you are going to be fully prepared for this. So I hope this was helpful. Again, I'm going to post the link below to the blog, so you have this all written out for you. And, if you have any questions about this, or you're feeling stuck in your career and you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do, this is going to be a little bit further ahead of the game for you. We need clarity first, so that we have a target. Once we have a target, we can be working on the more tactical pieces of a job search. So book a 15-minute call with me so we can brainstorm, and I can work out if or how I can help you. And I will also post that link as well. And my name is Kori Burkholder, reminding you to take action, feel the fear, and do it anyways.